in the city. Life in the city is full of activities. Early in the morning, hundreds of people rush out of their homes in the manner ants do when their nest is broken. Soon the streets are full of traffic. Shops and offices open, students flock to their schools, and a workday begins. The city now throbs with activities, and it is full of noise. Hundreds of sightseers, tourists visit many places of interest in the city, while businessmen from various parts of the world arrive to transact business. Then towards evening, the offices and day schools begin to close. Many of the shops close too. There is now a rush for buses and other means of transport. Everyone seems to be in a hurry to reach home. As a result of this rush, many accidents occur. One who has not been to the city before finds it hard to move about at this time. Soon, however, there is almost no activity in several parts of the city. These parts are usually the business centers. With the coming of night, another kind of activity begins. The streets are now full of colorful lights. The air is cooler and life becomes more leisurely. People now seek entertainment. Many visit the cinemas, parks and clubs, while others remain indoors to watch television or listen to the radio. Some visit friends and relatives, and some spend their time reading books and magazines. Those who are interested in politics discuss the latest political developments. At the same time, hundreds of crimes are committed. Thieves and robbers who wait for the coming of night become active. And misfortune descends upon many. For the greed of a few, many are killed, and some live in constant fear. To bring criminals to justice, the officers of the law are always on the move. Workers and others who seek advancement in their careers attend educational institutions which are open till late at night. Hundreds of them sit for various examinations every year. The facilities and opportunities that the people in the city have to further their studies and increase their knowledge of human affairs are indeed many. As a result, the people of the city are usually better informed than those of the village, where even a newspaper is sometimes difficult to get. The city could, therefore, be described as a place of ceaseless activity. Here, the drama of life is enacted every day. Living in a multiracial community. Living in a community where there are people of various races could be a rewarding and an exciting experience. Such a community is like a small world with many types and races of people in it. Everyone, young or old, enjoys listening to stories about people in other lands. We read books and newspapers to learn about the habits, customs and beliefs of people who do not belong to our race, but when we live in a community composed of many races, we have the opportunity to meet and talk with people of various races. We can learn about their customs and beliefs directly from them. In this way, we have a better understanding of their ways of life. For example, in Singapore and Malaysia, which are known as multiracial countries, Malays, Chinese, Indians and others have lived together for several decades. They have learned a lot about the cultures of one another, more than what they could have learned by reading books or newspapers. By living together, they have also absorbed many of the habits of one another to their common benefit. Further, living in a multiracial community teaches us how to respect the views and beliefs of people of other races. We learn to be tolerant and to understand and appreciate the peculiarities of those who are not of our race. In this way, we learn to live in peace and harmony with foreigners whose ways of life are different from ours in several respects. We become less suspicious of strangers and foreigners. The relationship that develops among the people from common understanding in a multiracial community makes life in such a community very exciting. Any celebration of any race becomes a celebration of all the other races. Thus, there is a lot of fun and excitement during every celebration. In this way, better understanding is promoted among the people of the world. Through each of the races of the people in a multiracial community, we come to know about their respective countries. For example, Through the Chinese and the Indians in Malaysia or Singapore, we have come to know much about China and India. As a result, we have a better understanding of the people of China and India as a whole. It could, therefore, be said that life in a multiracial community teaches us many useful lessons in human relations.